Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Custom Figure Showcase The Second Doctors, although it would be more accurate to say that today is a custom prop showcase because we're not showing a figure. The reason being, try and keep this as simple as I can, the figure that I originally had planned for this, this particular episode of this series I've had to put on hold for reasons that I don't particularly want to go into now because it's all very complicated and I'd still like to keep the figure, you know, a surprise for future. But so for that reason I decided that instead I would show off my collection of Second Doctor Sonics from the various stories, two of which will be obviously recognisable. The third one will be a bit of a surprise to some people. So we're going to start off with the Whistle version, which is from Fury of the Deep. Now, that version originally came about because the original prop for the sonic screwdriver, which I believe was just a normal pen light, it could have been something different, there's not a huge amount of detail known about it, but essentially Patrick Troughton accidentally lost the original prop while filming, and so they utilised a safety whistle from one of the prop life jackets in terms of making it a replacement sonic screwdriver. It obviously only appeared on screen very quickly, and with the episode missing, it's never been really seen apart from a few still photographs. And in the recent reconstruction of Fury from the Deep, it is changed back to the standard pen light version. So this was one of the original whistles, the props, the original whistles. I managed to find one on eBay. I cannot remember the name of the exact brand it was, but it was one of the old original ones from the 70s. It was originally bright orange, so I repainted it a sort of cream off-white colour just to sort of make it look the part. And that's pretty much all there is to it. You know, it is just a whistle prop. It doesn't have any lights or sound effects or things like that, but I'm really pleased with how it's come out. It's certainly a very unique looking screwdriver, it has to be said, but it is a very nice one that has come out very well. Moving on to it next, we have the more well-known version of the sonic screwdriver, which is the penlight version. Now this isn't really based on any particular version of the penlight, it's just sort of a conglomeration, I suppose, of various things. I've just sort of gone for ones that I think look great, and it obviously does also light up. As you can see, it's very bright. I won't point it exactly to the camera. So what this actually is one of these. It is a USB pen light that I got off eBay. As you can see, it's got USB on the end, and it literally is just a simple pen light. You can get them on eBay. They're very, very easily and cheaply available. And then all I've done for it is I have put a bit of hot glue on the light end to give it a sort of fishbowl lens. And then the end part here is something that I have designed and 3D printed myself that just slots over the end and can easily be removed, so you can still charge up the pen light itself. And that's pretty much it for that one. We then come on to the third one, which is the one that is a bit more different, because this is the sonic screwdriver that appears in the Dominators, and this one has a few different versions. Some people might be more familiar with this, thinking it's a sort of it's the standard sonic pen light, but it's got two sort of trigger pieces on it. But I'm not going to go into the full details because there's a lot to talk about, but I will link to it in the description. A website, the Zero Room, they are also on Instagram as well. I will link to their blog in below, but they actually did some research into the Dominator Sonic, and they came to the idea or the conclusion that what was used for the prop at the time, or more than likely used for the prop, was a kind of adapted water pistol grip from a toy water pistol, which the standard penlight Sonic then slotted into. And there's sort of two versions. Well, there's not two versions of it. The way they looked at it is it's the same version, but it's held around two different ways. In the first shot, it seems that Troughton accidentally holds it this way round, because you can see that the grip and the pen part is at this end, but then in the very next shot he's holding it this way round. So it would seem that it is based on more a sort of gun sort of trigger attachment that it's got, and so that explains for the two different sort of the two different angles and the idea behind the double trigger thing, is it seems to have just he's swapped it round in shots of the way he's holding it. So putting those two together, they came up with this sort of design, which is one that, again, I have designed and 3D printed myself. They did their own 3D printed versions, so I had a look at what they did, took the measurements from the penlight Sonic that the penlight USB penlight that I bought, extrapolated that into creating my own versions, again, which is 3D printed. So this is a one piece, and then this end cap piece just slots over the end as well. And that's pretty much all there is to it, but it's a really nice collection to have because of the variation that you get in the Second Doctor's Sonics. Now, all of these 3D printed parts, this part, the gun grip, the end piece, and the end piece of this Sonic are going to be going up on my Thingiverse within the next week or so. But the other thing that I'm currently working on is actually doing a 3D printed whistle as well. This is the first version I did, but as you might be able to see from the end of this, my one is slightly more, sort of flat at the end rather than being square. So I'm going to go back and just change that end piece, but I will be doing a version of this Whistle Sonic up on Thingiverse for anyone who wants to download it and print their own alongside all of these other pieces. So obviously anyone who wants to make up a collection of Second Doctor Sonics, it is hopefully something which is going to be of much interest to people. But that brings to a close another custom figure / prop showcase, the Second Doctors. As always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot, and be sure to description below for a link to my Patreon. I'm doing my very first figure animation and you can get involved. There's exclusive content and rewards for those who do so, and funding my Patreon in any way gets your name at the end of my videos. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.